Have you ever felt a deep, pounding pain behind your eyes, where even a little light, a simple sound, or a slight movement makes everything worse? That's not just a headache, that's a migraine. And if you've ever had one, you know it can steal your focus, wreck your plans, and leave you curled up in a dark room for hours or even days. The truth is, migraines affect about 1 in 7 people worldwide. But here's what most people don't realize: your daily food choices could be quietly making your migraines worse or helping you heal from the inside out. In today's video from Health 2660, we're diving into 3 foods you should never touch if you get migraines, and 3 powerful foods that can actually help you fight back naturally. No fads, no gimmicks, just real science and real-life experience you can start using today. Let's get started. So, what exactly is a migraine? It's not just a bad headache. It's actually a neurological condition, which means it affects how your brain and nervous system work together. For many people, the pain starts on one side of the head, deep pulsing and hard to ignore. But it doesn't stop there. Migraines often bring nausea, sometimes vomiting, and a sharp sensitivity to light, sound, and even smells. It's like the whole world becomes too loud, too bright, too much. And here's the tricky part: migraines usually aren't random. They have triggers like stress hormone shifts, poor sleep, and yes, certain foods. That's why knowing what to avoid and what to add can make all the difference. Let's start with one food that might surprise you: aged cheese. It's creamy, flavorful, and shows up in all kinds of comfort foods, melted on toast, sprinkled on pasta, or served on a fancy cheese board. But here's the deal. For many people with migraines, aged cheeses like cheddar, Parmesan, and blue cheese can quietly trigger a storm in the brain. Why? Because as cheese ages, it produces more of a compound called tyramine. Tyramine affects the way blood vessels in your brain expand and contract, causing sudden shifts in pressure. And for someone with a sensitive nervous system, that shift can be like flipping the switch on a migraine. It doesn't happen to everyone, but if you've ever noticed a migraine hitting after a cheesy meal, tyramine might be to blame. And the risk goes up when you pair it with red wine, since both contain substances that dilate blood vessels and amplify the effect. So what can you do? You don't have to give up cheese forever, but try tracking your symptoms. Notice how your body responds after eating aged cheeses. Sometimes awareness is the first step to relief. Next up is something many people turn to when they just want to unwind: a glass of red wine. But if you're someone who struggles with migraines, that relaxing ritual might be doing more harm than good. Here's why. Red wine isn't just alcohol. It's actually a triple migraine threat. It contains histamines, sulfites, and tannins, compounds that can overexcite your nervous system or spark inflammation in the brain. Even alcohol on its own can be a problem. It causes your blood vessels to widen, then snap back, creating pressure shifts in your brain. For some people, that alone can trigger a headache. But red wine takes it further. Compared to white wine or clear spirits, red wine typically has much higher levels of histamines and tannins, especially in bold or aged varieties. That's what makes it uniquely risky for people with migraines. And here's the tricky part. You might not connect the dots right away. You feel fine at dinners, but an hour later, there's that slow throb behind your eyes. Your body is reacting, but silently. Many people blame it on stress, fatigue, or dehydration, but in reality, your glass of wine might be part of the pattern. The good news: you don't have to give it up completely. Start tracking how your body responds. Try a low histamine alternative, like dry white wine or clear spirits. Or take a short break and see what changes. Sometimes the answer isn't cutting out joy, it's just finding what joy works best for your body. Now let's talk about something that hides in plain sight. A food additive that's everywhere, but often goes unnoticed. MSG, or monosodium glutamate. MSG is used to boost flavor. You'll find it in fast food, instant noodles, frozen meals, snack foods, and rich, flavorful takeout dishes. It gives food that rich, savory umami taste, the kind that keeps you coming back for more. But here's the tricky part: MSG doesn't always appear on labels as just MSG. It often hides under names like natural flavoring, autolyzed yeast, hydrolyzed protein, or yeast extract. So you might think you're avoiding it, when really you're not. For many people, consuming MSG can lead to a reaction often called Chinese restaurant syndrome. It can show up as a pounding headache, pressure in the face, sweating, a flushed feeling, or even tightness in the chest. But what's going on in the body? MSG acts on the glutamate receptors in your brain, which are part of how your nervous system communicates. In sensitive individuals, it can overstimulate those nerve cells, leading to misfired pain signals and a potential migraine episode. And like other hidden triggers, it's not always instant. You might enjoy your meal, feel totally fine, and then, a few hours later, boom! That dull ache starts behind your eyes, growing into full-blown pressure that ruins the rest of your evening. Even worse, since MSG hides in so many foods, it can be hard to pinpoint, and people often blame stress, dehydration, or even allergies instead. So what can you do? Start by reading ingredient labels a little more closely. Watch for those hidden names and see if avoiding them helps reduce your migraines. You don't have to cut out every flavorful dish, but becoming more aware can give you back some control. Sometimes all it takes is one small shift to start feeling a whole lot better. Now let's switch gears and talk about foods that don't just fill your stomach, but can actually calm your brain and reduce the chances of another migraine creeping in. First up, pumpkin seeds. They may be tiny, but they pack a serious punch when it comes to migraine prevention. Why? Because they're one of the best natural sources of magnesium, a mineral that plays a key role in how your brain and nerves function. When magnesium levels drop too low, your nervous system can become overreactive, sending out pain signals even when there is no real threat. It's like your brain's alarm system is stuck in the on position. And here's the thing. Studies have found that many people who suffer from migraines consistently have lower magnesium levels than average. That's where pumpkin seeds come in. Just 1 ounce, about a small handful, can give you up to 40% of the magnesium your body needs each day. No pills, no powders. Just real food straight from nature. They're easy to add to your routine. Sprinkle them on salads, mix them into yogurt, blend them into smoothies, or simply enjoy them roasted with a pinch of sea salt. But that's not all. Pumpkin seeds are also rich in zinc, fiber, and antioxidants, nutrients that help reduce inflammation and protect your brain from oxidative stress, both of which can contribute to fewer and milder migraine episodes. So the next time you feel a craving coming on, reach for something that nourishes your body and supports your mind. A handful of pumpkin seeds might seem small, but it could be a big step toward fewer headaches and better days. Next on our list is a food that might raise a few eyebrows, but when it comes to migraine prevention, it's one of the most powerful foods you can eat: beef liver. Beef liver is packed with vitamin B, also known as riboflavin, a key player in helping your brain cells make energy more efficiently. Think of it as the fuel system for your mind. When that system runs low, your brain becomes more sensitive and more likely to overreact to small triggers, leading to migraines. Studies show that getting enough B2 doesn't just support brain energy, it can actually help reduce the number of migraine days and make attacks less intense when they do happen. But liver brings even more to the table. It's rich in iron, which helps carry oxygen to your brain. And when your brain gets the oxygen it needs, it stays clearer, calmer, and more focused. It also contains CoQ10, a nutrient that helps protect your brain cells from stress and aging. So, in one single serving, you're getting a trifecta of brain-supporting nutrients: B2 for energy, iron for oxygen, and CoQ10 for protection. But let's be real, not everyone loves liver. The texture, the taste, it can be a lot. And that's okay. If liver is your thing, don't worry. You can still support your brain with B2-rich foods like eggs, almonds, or leafy greens like spinach. And if that's still not enough, a B-complex supplement can help fill in the gaps, especially if you're under stress or have dietary restrictions. The key is not perfection, but consistency. Feeding your brain the right nutrients day by day builds resilience over time. So whether it's a few bites of liver once a week or daily helpings of B2-rich alternatives, you're giving your brain what it needs to stay strong, balanced, and better protected from those painful migraine flare-ups. And finally, let's talk about something simple, natural, and surprisingly powerful: fresh ginger. You've probably seen it in your kitchen, a root with a spicy kick, often added to tea or stir-fries. But ginger isn't just a flavor booster, it's also one of nature's most effective remedies for migraine relief. Ginger has powerful anti-inflammatory and anti-nausea effects, making it especially helpful for migraines that come with more than just pain, like nausea, dizziness, or digestive upset. Here's what's fascinating. A 2020 study found that just a small amount of ginger powder could reduce the intensity of a migraine attack as effectively as some over-the-counter medications, but without the side effects that often come with pills. How does it work? Ginger contains powerful natural compounds, especially gingerol and shogal, that help block inflammatory chemicals like prostaglandins and cytokines. These are the same compounds your body releases during stress, pain, or illness, and they can make blood vessels swell and nerves more sensitive, setting the stage for a migraine. By calming this chain reaction, ginger doesn't just reduce the pain of a migraine. It also helps ease the nausea and discomfort that often come along with it. It works by relaxing blood vessels and soothing nerve pathways in the brain, which can stop a migraine from getting worse or even prevent it from starting in the first place. And if you've ever felt that wave of nausea that comes with migraines, ginger's gentle effect on the digestive system can bring real natural relief. The best part, it's incredibly easy to add to your daily routine. Steep a few thin slices in warm tea. Blend it into your smoothie. Grate a little over stir-fried veggies. Or simply chew a small piece when you feel that first wave of tension behind your eyes. It's a simple habit, but for many, it makes a big difference. In a world full of pills and prescriptions, it's comforting to know that something as natural and ancient as ginger can still be part of the solution. So if you haven't given ginger a chance, yet maybe now is the perfect time to try. Because sometimes the gentlest tools are the most powerful. Certain foods clearly have the power to either trigger or calm a migraine. So here's a simple formula to help you take back control. Avoid aged cheese, red wine, and foods with hidden MSG. Add pumpkin seeds, beef liver, and fresh ginger. These aren't just tips, they're tools your body can use to stay balanced, nourished, and more resilient. Try tracking your meals and symptoms in a journal for just 2 to 3 weeks. You might be surprised at what patterns show up. And when you find what works, stick with it. And most importantly, share your story. Because if you've ever felt alone in your migraine journey, you're not. There's a whole community out here, learning, healing, and growing together.
If this video helped you even in a small way, please like it and share it with someone you care about. A friend, a parent, a neighbor. We all deserve to feel light, nourished, and at ease in our bodies. Now, IFD, love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments below. Your insight might help someone else today. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Here at Health 2660 Wefree, all about simple science-backed tips to help you live better at any age. Your health journey isn't over, it's just getting started. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.